Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 90 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are working on getting lithium dust produced, turning water into brine, into liquid lithium, and then converting it over to lithium dust, automating it all, getting it all going. Let's get started. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where we're gonna do as we always do and turn our map on, because I still have not yet checked that config option to figure out where that's at. Completely forgot about it. I forget about it every time I close it. I don't even know why I mention it anymore. I should just, at this point, it's been mentioned in the comments that it's a ritual at this point, so we might as well just leave it in, but you know what? It is what it is. Anyway, today we are going to do some things. So first things first, I've gotten a little bit of feedback on last episode regarding our reactor that we set up, which I think I just went the long way to get to. Reactor is running well. We're doing good here and everything. One thing that was mentioned in the comments is that this is not necessary. Exporting water into this, it literally will not use any water. You put a bucket in there and then that's it. That's all you need. You can see what we're going to work on today. You put a bucket inside of here and it will never use up any more. That's it. Also, it was mentioned that yes, while dry ice does exist, we can automate this if we wanted to and set this up. Well, there's not really much point to it because in this pack is Better and Forge, and in Better and Forge there are those, if you remember, in the end, those giant ice crystals that we can see out, in the end. And so in between episodes, I went ahead and got myself a bunch of this ancient emerald ice, and we can get even more fairly easily. It's hardly used at all, period. And yeah, we can just export ancient emerald ice out of this instead of dry ice. Honestly, what we have here will probably last us most of the rest of the playthrough with this, because it hardly uses any of the coolant at all. So yeah, we'll just throw that in there. The efficiency is not as good as the dry ice. So, oh look, we're actually generating 528,000 RF per tick now. Not because of this, our coolant was from our dry ice that it used. But yeah, our power generation fluctuates a little bit. And it looks like it might be nighttime because we're draining power out of there. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and cycle this dang thing. Bada bing, bada boom. Man, if drawers weren't so convenient, I would just not use drawers, but they're just, they just are. They're very convenient to use. Wow, we were draining power out of that for some reason, and I'm trying to figure out what was using all the power. Like you're sitting pretty at 140 million RF. I don't know what used the power, but we were draining out of that, and we should have a net gain, to be honest, in there. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, so let's continue on with what we're doing. So with that being said, I don't need to set up the dry ice. Luckily, I read the comments before I went and made all the constructors and the destructors and got all the Silk Touch books. So as you can see here, we have our exchanging gadget. It's literally as I left it last episode. So we're good to go there. We are like getting very full in our pattern grids, by the way. I'm like hesitant. Iron crafters would be a benefit to us. We're almost there to be able to craft these. We do need to be able to craft these advanced control circuits, which require... Oh, this makes one. But man, these are reinforced slates or tier 2 slates, which means that they use a total of 2,000 plus the 1,000. So they use 3,000 LP per. So that's 9,000 LP versus just doing this. But then this is going to use 16 buckets of essence, which is going to be 2 of these things, which that's no essence in that. So I guess it would be 32 buckets of memory essence to get to the same advance. That's probably not the way to go. This is going to be better. Life essence is easier to get than memory essence, I guess. So we'll end up going this route at some point. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're not there. But it is going to get added to our to-do list because we're almost there, and it will make this crafting so much easier. Instead of having to have this mess down here, I can still have this mess, but it will all be iron crafters, which means we're going to be able to fit a lot more stuff inside of our inventory. You can go there, you can go there, you can go there. I did add those augmented runes to our blood altar. We can hold now, I think, 32,000 some odd RF. There, it's like 32,477. It's not rounded down up anymore, or well, it's not a rounded number, but it works, and we have more essence available to us. So anyway, what are we going to work on today? Well, as we were the past couple episodes, or we were setting up infrastructure for this and everything, we need to work on getting our. Actually, you can stay in there. We only ever use that for disenchanting, so books can stay in there. But I want you and you to get fixed. We need to work on getting the reinforced alloy, and in order to do that, we need to get lithium dust going. So let's go ahead and work on that. So I have everything that we're going to need for this. So we're going to need 2 refinery controllers with 2 refinery outputs. So I have these backwards, but there's that. We're also going to need a thermopneumatic processing plant to actually process the lithium. So we have a advanced connector, we have a controller, so we can handle all this and we can do it. I would put this in our normal base over here. However, it does require LPG, or it doesn't. I mean, it requires pressure, and the only way we have pressure right now is with the liquid compressors running and everything. And I'm like debating, do we want to? Do I want to make another liquid compressor? Put this at home and then have this kind of be an isolated little setup and not attached to this. I mean, we're not really running out of room, but we kind of sort of. I need to automate this though and get the LPG processing and then dumped into a fluid tank, our poor man's ender tank, so we can have LPG in the system, and then we can output it into the liquid compressors as needed. And then we need to get this stuff, what was that, crude oil automated, and or we could just use what we have here and call it a day. But at the same time, it would be kind of nice to have this elsewhere. What do we do, folks? Do I set this up in here and then I just transport I don't even have to transport the liquid lithium? Is liquid lithium used for anything else, or is it used to the point where at some point I'm going to use... Okay, so liquid lithium is used. So maybe, what if we set this up at home? We set this up at home, we capture the liquid lithium, and then we put this thermopneumatic processing plant over here to get us the lithium dust as we need it. Otherwise, we save the liquid lithium because it's apparently used in the dissolution chamber. I kind of like that idea. And then we can shove this downstairs where we'll have refined storage access, because we're going to need water pumped into this. And as we know, we have an exporter now that we just set up for water. So the question then becomes, where in the world do I want to put this? And you're supposed to be like that. Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's see. Easy refined storage access, probably here. So let's go ahead and not shapeless. Let's small square this. Oh, and apparently I already have a tunnel dug out for this. No idea what for, but it's there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Really, buddy? Really? You're going to do me like that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then one more here. And I can get rid of all this junk. We'll go shapeless. There we go. Yeah, what is this channel for? I literally have no idea. I have stuff dug under my base, and I don't... Oh, this was... Okay, so this was the original channel for the pretty pipes going to it. So this is where that wall must have been before. Yeah, that must be where that used to be. Well, it's no longer there, so we can go ahead and cover this up. But actually, you know what? We're going to use this channel to run cables down here so that we can walk across them. So let's go ahead and do that then. And something like that. We'll clean up as we need to. But now we can get in here. Okay, so what do we need to do? Well, we need to set up our lithium processing. Let's go ahead and put our cable. Let's run it this way and then just get it out of the way. And then we'll figure out where it actually needs to end up coming out in a moment. But I want to cover all this up so that way we can, do the thing. So what are we going to need to do? Well, we need refinery controller is going to have to set up here. And then another refinery controller is going to set up here. We're going to have an output, bam, and then another output, bam. And that's our setup. Basically, that's it. Luckily, this doesn't require any sort of heat, or I'm sorry, not heat, but pressure or anything. So we don't have to worry about that. It is going to want us to thermal lag this, so that way we don't lose any heat. And actually having this here is going to be a problem because thermal lagging takes up a block space. So we're actually going to want to spread this out by one. Refinery controller. So we're going to put you here and you here. I'm going to need to get cables for our XNet, but that's okay. We can make that happen. So there we go. I like symmetry. That's why we spaced them out so much. I could have just done one block, but yeah, I want symmetry. So we'll do this and this, and then we'll get some network cables. I'm pretty sure I have some in my backpack, but hey, it is what it is. And there we go. And then we can put our, it'll look a little weird, but we can put our liquid lithium fluid cell. Whenever I get that made, we can have that sit here. And then that way, this is like a nice little, not compact, but symmetrical setup. So what we're going to do is we need water to pump into this. So right here is where the water can come in. Hopefully this can export into the bottom. And do I want to do this in the bottom? No. We need to get some sort of heat here. Because one thing you'll notice about the setup is that we need to have 100 degrees of Celsius heat. 100 degrees centigrade. So we need to figure out how we're going to get that done. Water. Bam. Bam. And you don't need to be there anymore. Cool. See, that's why we laid it out, so we could figure it out. Okay, so this is going to have water. It's also going to yell at me and say, hey, refineries need to be stacked on top of each other. Yeah, I don't need all four. That's fine. It's just yelling at me because it's expecting me to fill all those blocks in, but we don't need to. What I do need to do is cover up all of these plus the top. And then the same thing over here. Let me in. Did I get it? I got it. Okay, so now it shouldn't be yelling about sides. It's just going to yell about those. Okay, so we have 12 buckets of water in here right now. Wow, that is extremely slow. We have no refined storage speed upgrades, do we? We do. Yeah, that is slow going. And making these is going to require glycerol, which we did not automate. Not by choice. We'll get to it eventually. I really just need to get the XNet stuff set up over at our base. That way I can automate it over at our factory. But a stack upgrade would probably be helpful here, though that's going to require 4 of those and a metallurgic infuser with 8 redstone. Doable. Exporters, when you export in fluids, if you put a stack upgrade, it'll push a stack of water, a bucket, 64 buckets of water. So instead of doing speed upgrades, it would probably be beneficial to do the stack upgrades. We'll see how we end up. We'll see if it can maintain. Before I end up doing anything, we'll see if it can maintain. But what we need to work on now is getting heat over here. And I don't know what my best way of doing so is going to be. I was looking at like maybe a magma block or something, and maybe setting up a constructor to keep magma blocks always there, because I believe a magma block will get it up to the 100 degrees that it needs to be. And we have plenty of magma blocks, or heck, we could even do lava if we really wanted to. But I believe, yeah, this will get it up to the 100 degrees. And if we put a constructor here, we could have a constructor be facing this and a destructor on the other side, or on another facing of this, so that when it converts over, because the way that this works is this is sucking out heat units from the block. If we take a look at our magma block and we look at our temperature for Pneumaticraft, it has a heat capacity of 10,000. So it's got 10,000 heat units. And as it heat something up, it's pulling from those heat units, and eventually, once it runs out, it'll turn into netherrack. So we could have this set up to push magma blocks here, and then once it turns into netherrack, break it with a destructor or modular routers. Even, like, really, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of options when it comes to this, so I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, what else are you wanting? Because you should be good, right? This literally should be producing brine. You know what? We need 2. I forgot. It's got steam that it wants to make. You jerk. I do have 1 extra refinery output. What is the process of brine? You're going to also make steam. Lovely. Yeah, steam and steam. Okay, so we're going to need an extra 2 of these. Let me go ahead and kick off a refinery output, and I should have everything we need. I taught the system how to do it all. Thank goodness for auto crafting. There we go. Now it should be good. We're going to need more thermal lagging now. Though I guess I don't have to put anything on the top since it's, touching up there. In steam, we don't have any way to void, do we? This doesn't auto void. So we're actually going to have to get the steam out of there and then void it. And using XNet would probably be overkill for that. Let's get a trash can. We're going to set up a fluid trash can here. You know what? It's fine. Advanced connector here. Let's get some connectors. Doesn't need to be advanced for the steam. It really didn't need to be advanced for anything. I just, I had the extra, so. And then it was a refinery output. One, 2, 3. That should be good. Blue connector there. Okay. And then we need a connector or a controller set up. And I forgot we need power for this bad boy. Honestly, it's the only thing that uses power, so we can get a thermoelectric generator. And we have our lava block. Yeah, we have our lava sigil and our water sigil, so we don't even have to do anything special. We can just place this down here. Water. Lava. You don't waterlog, right? Yeah, okay. There we go. Should be getting power. And that should be more than enough to maintain the power in this thing. XNet does not use very much power at all to do anything. So, okay, so let's get this first. So we're going to do our steam. So I believe that's going to count as a fluid. We'll call this our steam trash. So we'll extract from, that's the controller. That's that one. That's that one. That one. So this is where our steam is going to go. So that was this one. So we are going to extract from there, insert into the trash, and that should be dumping steam. Okay. And then I'm going to assume you're going to also be that. Okay. So we're going to extract from there and dump into the trash. Perfect. So this is our steam trash. Now we don't have to worry about steam. It's all just getting trashed, which means we're going to just continuously produce brine. So then we need to extract the brine out of this bad boy, which is going to be this one. Oh, that worked. I didn't mean to double click that, but so let's do another fluid channel of brine. And that is correct, right? So you are going to extract, and then you're going to insert into the other refinery controller, which is, no, not you. You extract. You're going to insert into the refinery controller. Bam. So we should now get brine in here. And we're not able to maintain temperature. Do I have a side that doesn't have... Oh, it already converted to netherrack? Wow, that was quick, wasn't it? I mean, we could use like a fuel wood heater and heat pipes and then export coal into it. Do we have enough coal? We do. We could use one of our fuel wood heaters. I feel like that's overkill for this setup, but if it needs to be done, it's what needs to be done. We're gonna have to get cables. I should have an exporter, right? No, I don't. Okay. I used my exporter. I've never done lithium this way, so if I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. Let's just get coal pushed into here. There we go. Now we got heat pipe. Probably don't have enough. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Darn. One set of heat pipes. I'm missing a block of copper. We can make that happen. I don't have it taught to the system for some reason. So let's just get not that many blocks of copper, but whatever. We have enough. We have copper blocks now. Bam. Now you're going to be hot enough. That's for sure. Okay. So now it's hot enough. Coal is going to be stuck in here and it's going to do its thing. And now we're producing liquid lithium. That's what we wanted. Steam's getting voided. Liquid lithium's being produced. So now all we got to do is get a fluid cell with all of the requisite things set up with it. I should be able to make a fluid cell if I don't have one already. I do. That has a little bit of netherite honey in there. We can get another liquid. Actually, we can just do that. And that should... Yeah, it should be empty now, right? Yeah. So then I'm going to set this up here. And we're going to say all sides of this are going to be input. I feel like this is going to be overkill, to be honest. If we're going to set up a liquid, a fluid cell here to give this access to refined storage, plus we're going to have that over there, maybe we should just use a tank, and then that fluid cell can be over here. I like that idea better. So we won't do this. We'll do this. And we'll say from this guy here. So we're going to do one more extract. Yeah. Not energy. Fluid. We're going to do an extract from this guy then. That should be the last one. Yeah. We are going to extract from you. And we're going to insert into this tank. And that should now be putting liquid lithium into this tank. Sweet. I like it. Okay. So then we need to get the liquid lithium input into here. Now, how did I do this up there? I did an entangled block. Oh, you know what? Duh, that's what I need to do. I just need to entangle this. I forgot that's how I set all this up. Hey, you know what? Don't blame me. It's because we don't have a proper setup here. We don't have ender tanks and all this stuff, so I forgot how I set all this up. So everything is an output except for the back, right? Yes. And the back is going to be an input. We're going to max this out. Bam. So you can do as much as you can. Apparently these can be enchanted too, by the way. Someone was mentioning a while ago in the comments. You can enchant these with holding and make them hold more. We're going to have to put that to the test for sure. So you're going to go there. External storage is going to go here. You're going to get item type fluid. So now you can read. We're going to go ahead and bind you. We need an entangled block. We're actually going to need 2 of these. Should have enough to make this. How are we doing on our God shards, by the way? Okay. Not the greatest in the world. I ran out of lava over there again. I just need to get infinite lava set up or a magma crucible doing the lava thing. Okay, so we're going to break you, actually. We're going to just set this here. Oh, and then I need this back. Bam. There we go. So now this should be able to insert from the bottom, and this should be getting liquid lithium inserted into it. Correct. And then if we take our mechanism tank and I just pop this bad boy here, do the thing, where I do this. It should drain everything into there. Turn it off. This can go into our inventory. I already had one. That's okay. So we'll take it back out. And there we go. Okay, so that is the basic setup for this. Getting it going with the liquid lithium production, at least. Not the fastest in the world by far. Like it's actually quite extremely slow processing here. So far, we've only got 477 millibuckets of this, and we're using water. But we don't have to worry about, we're keeping up with our water input on this, so I don't need to worry about not having enough water being pumped into this. We're okay here. Can I walk on these without taking damage? I can. I know that is sometimes an issue, but we're doing good. Fuel wood heater is working. I believe actually these red bands is where the heat comes out, right? Yeah, so I need to actually, I'm going to turn this and we'll get more heat. Not that we need it, but we'll get more heat this way into our machines. Yeah. And there we go. So now we have liquid lithium available to refine storage. So then we just need to go home, pop over to our factory, get this thing set up with our other entangled block, and then we can convert this over into liquid lithium, and then we can turn it on and off as we sort of need to. Kind of sort of running out of room here for stuff and things, but that's okay. Let's get ourselves a pressure tube. We're going to want some more thermal lagging. And is this going to require heat to make liquid lithium? You require in between 200 and negative 273 to 180. That's perfect. Ambient's 12, so that should be fine. We're definitely going to be okay there. I should have not broken the block below this, but that's okay. Okay, so there we go. We're at 12C. We're at 4 PSI, 4 bars of pressure. We're good to go. We can go ahead and do this. And we're actually going to have to extract from this. So we need to go up one. There we go. And then I don't think I bound... Is this still bound to the... Hey, it is. Nice. Right? And you have liquid lithium? Okay. So then we just have to grab a mechanical pipe. Pull that down. Set it to extract. Bam. There we go. We should be producing... No. Mechanical pipe. Liquid lithium. It is a liquid. Why aren't you extracting? Is it because I have the input? I bet you it's because the input on that. Or can you not input from the top? Let's try this. The input for this is on the bottom. Oh no, and then the back. Oh yeah, because all of those are inputs. Duh, that's what it is. I can only no. What's blue? Blue is input, right? Or is blue output? Yeah, blue is output. Blue is input. Oh, that's what my issue is. I can only extract from the bottom of this. That's why it's not working. Or the back of it. Oh, I was like, what the heck is going on there? What are we out of here? What's our issue? Did we run out of Nebu? We ran out of Nebu. We need to figure out Nebu. An excavator from Immersive Engineering is in our future. We're going to find out, you know, what options we have with this overall for Nebu gathering, but yeah. Okay, so there we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, you should be able to extract from the back, right? Because the back is an output. So now I'm really confused as to why this isn't working. Unless that's not the back. You know what? Just take them all. Take every side. I don't know what to do. One of these sides is going to work. There we go. That's the back. For some reason, that's the back of the block. So we don't need that. I'm gonna end up voiding all of this though. There we go. Hooray. We figured it out. Kinda, sorta. So this is very ugly, but we're gonna have it come out of the side there. Doesn't look super great, but it works. And we should be producing lithium dust. Yes, that is what we wanted. That might be a quest. No? Oh, I was kind of sort of hoping it would be a quest. And we get some extra lithium out of it or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's our goal. We got our lithium dust, which means we can now go ahead and make these reinforced alloys. So if I go ahead and put this in our system and I go home and I teach our system how to make these, induction smelts, this is our recipe. And it's going to make 4 of them, which is actually not too bad. And I throw this in our last spot before I have to make any more. And I say, I need a reinforced alloy. Bam. Should do it. To it. What does our induction smelter have in it? Like, it's very slow. You have that one. Let's do this. We use the induction smelter a lot. What other thermal upgrades do we have to make this faster? Power is no longer an issue. Increases, that's a dynamo. That's a high flux coil. That's output production. There is an augment that makes things faster, isn't there? Yeah, flux linkage amplifier. What are this? What are this? We're making this real quick. Give me a crafter. And while I have a crafter cooking, let's teach the system how to make this. And then lead gears are made here without that. We're going to need another crafter for our gear press. I need to remember, I need to make 3 more of these crafters to... Can I just kick them off now? Do I have the resources? No. I need to make more construction cores. Okay. But we can do this, and then we can say flux linkage and give me a stack. I can make a stack of those easily. Bam. We're getting a stack of these. This is going to make our machines faster, but they're going to use more RF. I'm okay with that. We'll load everything up with these. I want speed at this point. I'm tired of waiting around for machines. Like, look how slow this is going. I can put 3 of these into any machine that we have, and we're good to go. Like, what's running right now? I don't even know what's being used. All 3 of you are being used. So, bam, there we go. Now you're faster. Now you're even faster. And then the faster I make these, the faster everything will go, right? Right. And I got room for 2 more in each of these. Perfect. All right, so we're going to let that run. I'm going to let our liquid lithium run as well, and just let it back stuff on that. The lithium dust. Outside of the reinforced alloys, is the lithium dust used for, like, anything else? No. It's only used to either convert back to lithium or making the reinforced alloys. Now, reinforced alloys are important. Don't get me wrong. We're going to definitely want to, get as many of those as we can. Didn't I request those? Where'd they go? I didn't take them, did I? I requested these, didn't I? Yeah, wait, what's going on? No machine found. No machine found. What is that? Did I put them in the wrong machine? Wait, where's the recipe? Oh, I did put it in the wrong machine. Haha. Are you going to be smart and just work? No. Oh, actually you are. Okay, it's smart and it just works. Apparently I don't get a quest reward for that though, so that's okay. But what I do want to do before we finish this episode, we'll go ahead and do this. We'll just open up my backpack, crafting upgrade. We're going to upgrade a set of these advanced cables to Elite Universal, and then we'll swap out at our big old battery our generator, and then we'll let this now be able to push out 500,000 RF. Instead of 51,000, it can push 500,000 out of this. Or 400,000, 409,000. So now we're not going to bottleneck so much, and that'll move much faster. So we're not going to have issues with it, you know, taking forever to fill up our thing. But we're doing good over here. Brine is doing its thing. Liquid Lithium's doing its thing. It's very slow. Ultimately, we're going to want to switch over to using the mechanism way probably in the future, but it's not feasible to us right now. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.